We're learning a lot of lessons through this real, sort of inaugural attempt for industry and the federal government, DoD specifically, to figure out how to share spectrum. For the first time, as Randy and I have highlighted, a lot of these next generation wireless services, they have pretty broad bandwidth requirements, and so there's it sometimes seemed like a never-ending appetite for additional spectrum for commercial services, and when industry goes to the commission and asks for additional spectrum, it often ends up coming back to the federal side via NTIA, and we get congressional mandates or presidential mandates to free up spectrum. Assistant Secretary Rettle at NTIA and the DoD CIO's office have been very clear that clearing and repurposing spectrum, especially below 10 gigahertz, is getting very challenging. And so the preferred method going forward will be sharing frameworks like CBRS, but that really requires federal and commercial to work very closely together, and to do that early, to get the information to the extent that we can from the federal incumbents about their operations, their security considerations, operational security considerations, get all of that on the table, and then really work together to create a framework that preserves the federal incumbent capabilities while opening up some of these lightly used bands for new commercial services.
Right. I mean, there's only so much spectrum there,
right?
Getting
any more of it.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's a precious commodity.
And I was just going to say, Assistant Secretary Rettles talked about looking at 3450 to 3550 as another potential band where we could do some sharing. So we're looking to apply a lot of these lessons learned from CBRS into that process.